Welcome and thank you for watching. We have created a short guide for you and your do-it-yourself foreign domestic worker hiring process, which will give you the confidence to do it all on your own in Singapore. You realize that certain tasks will be taken away time from your priorities and you decided to hire a foreign domestic worker to assist you with those. How do you ensure you find the right foreign domestic worker you can trust? Someone you can rely on when last-minute disturbance to your routine keeps you from fetching your children from school, a flu knocks you down, or simply require assistance with the meals, since your boss is looking for committed employees to bring in the latest goals last minute by demanding overtime. All you need to do is hire a foreign domestic worker, or as we know it as an FDW. The process can be completed through one of many agencies or by simply doing it yourself. While agencies have a readily available pool of FDWs to select from, they also have a fee which is exuberant compared to the do-it-yourself version. Hiring an FDW yourself is fairly simple, and the process can take anywhere between 5 to 10 days, depending on the date you submit your application. All you require is a SingPass account and a credit card. With that, you can select the offer of your choice of insurance providers and log on to the MOM website. Some of the steps I will be describing shortly can be completed concurrently, but for simplicity I place them in sequence. The most important matter is the validity of the selected FDW's passport. While any duration above 6 months is usable, it is recommended though that the passport is over 2 years valid. This is to avoid extra PTO, personal time off requests to your employer because your FDW is sitting at their respective consulate embassy to process a new passport. Make sure you receive a copy of a travel document before proceeding with the next steps. We also recommend that you draft an in-principle agreement which can be used as formal contract later. Please make sure that within that agreement you state exactly what her work description is like, your expectations as well as the don'ts with your new foreign domestic worker. We recommend to have it noted in the form as well that if you allow hand phone or not, as well as the agreement with the day off regulation. If you do not give a day off, you would also need to state a reimbursement amount in it, which needs to be indicated in the online application for the IPA too. Once you received a signed copy back, you can proceed by ordering her flight ticket and go to the mom.gov.sg website to apply for the in-principle approval, IPA. At this time, you will be asked to pay an administrative fee of $30, which is non-refundable no matter what the outcome of the application. MOM will respond to you within 2 business days usually, so check your email regularly. Once you receive the IPA, you will also have the work permit number available, which is necessary when you now apply for the FDW insurance. Various insurers offer packages with almost identical coverage but at different price structures. It is therefore recommended to research some of the insurers in Singapore and their offer before jumping into any hasty decision. When you book the insurance online, please be aware that the date of entry should be more than 48 hours from the time the insurance is supposed to go into effect. If this is not the case, you should have the option of processing the application via phone offices. This would be the second time in the process you will be asked to make an upfront payment, but it can be partially reimbursed in case of any unforeseen circumstances which delays or hinders the FDW to come to Singapore. By now, you should only have to wait for another 3 to 4 days before your FDW will fly into Singapore. Make sure she has a copy of her IPA application, which is particular for the FDW only, handy to provide to the immigration officers upon arrival. Once she is with you, you would need to send her for the Settling In program, SIP, if she's for the first time in Singapore. This needs to be completed within 3 days upon her arrival, so make some arrangements beforehand if possible. If she has been in Singapore before, you can skip this step and send her immediately for her medical checkup at any registered clinic. The results for the medical checkup can be expected within 2 to 3 days, business days of course. Some of the clinics can upload them directly into the MOM systems, so you don't have to go through the scan and attach them when you now log into the MOM website to apply for her work permit application. You will have to select a date and time when your new FDW needs to present herself at Bendemeer Road for her thumbprint to be taken, as well as other registration documents to be signed. Do not show up to the appointment 30 minutes early, nor late, as she will not be able to enter the premises either way. It is recommended to be there 5 to 10 minutes early. The processing time takes around 15 to 20 minutes, and once she's done, you can proceed home again. Within 5 to 7 days, you will be presented with a registered mail to your home address, or the selected address for mail communication when you first applied for the IPA. Inside, you will find the work permit of your FDW, who is now able to follow you anywhere you travel to, without having difficulty entering or leaving Singapore. Just make sure that you're familiar with the visa regulations of your travel destination for the nationality of your FDW as well. They sometimes differ from your own. To bring it all together, you require about 5 to 10 days to complete all work permit processing requirements, with an additional 5 to 7 days until the actual work permit is in your possession. The application fees and insurance papers cost you roughly between $300 to $400, depending on the insurance package. On top of that, you have to pay for the flight ticket of your FDW to come to Singapore. A monthly levy of $120, or if subsidized $60, will be levied against your account too. We do recommend you sign up for Gyro when applying for this foreign domestic worker work permit, and monitor your account for sufficient coverage. Guidelines when you apply on MOM websites are plentiful and self-explanatory. If you do have any suggestions, recommendations, questions, or need assistance through any of the steps explained, please feel free to contact us via mail, info@cdap-consultancy.net, or visit our homepage www.cdap-consultancy.net. Thank you for watching.